video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to apply for an open work permit in Canada. To be eligible, you are someone who is applying or already applied for permanent residency under the spouse or common law partner in Canada class, or someone who has already applied or included in an application for permanent residency on humanitarian and compassionate grounds. Another option could be a family member included in an application for permanent residency that is deemed complete, and also it must fall under one of the following, which is Federal Skilled Worker Program, Canada Experience Class, Provincial Nominee Program, Federal Skilled Trades Program, Family Class, Caring for Children, and Caring for People with High Medical Needs class. And then for this option, it's you're someone, a spouse or a family member of someone studying or working temporarily in Canada based on the conditions below. You can pause and read those conditions below and see if it applies for you or your spouse. And then finally, you've recently graduated from a Canadian post-secondary institution. Definitely this one would be for a postgraduate work permit, which is also a type of open work permit. Let's quickly jump into the eligibility criteria options so I can show you guys how to answer these questions so that you can start the application process. If you're looking to apply from outside of Canada, check in the description area and you see the options to get this process started. Let's quickly dive in. So the first thing you do is, on here, you choose where you're applying from. So for this option, we're going to say we're applying from inside of Canada. If you are thinking of applying from outside of Canada, check in the description area below so that you can see the option on how to apply from outside of Canada. Then, does any of these situations describe you? So pretty much these are like the eligibility criteria for someone applying inside of Canada. And all you have to do is read that, and if it applies to you, you choose a yes. And do you have a postgraduate work permit? This is mostly for people who are trying to apply for the new postgraduate work permit extension. So if this applies to you, you can choose that. If you choose a yes, then it's going to tell you apply under a public policy for postgraduate work permit holders. And then you're going to click on this to apply for that option. But if that is not you, just click on no. And then you go all the way down, create an account or sign in. So once you get to this point, you either sign in with your sign-in partner or you sign in with your GC key, the option 1. So we're going to sign in. Once you sign in, your screen is going to look just like mine. If you've submitted an application process, it's going to show up here. And if you're working on an application that you're yet to submit, it's going to show down here. So the first thing you do is apply to come to Canada, and then determine your eligibility and apply online. So we're going to click on this. Then we are going to answer the eligibility questions so that we can get the application form for the process. What would you like to do in Canada? We're going to choose work. How long are you planning to stay in Canada? We're going to choose temporarily more than 6 months. Here you're going to choose the code on your passport. So for this option, I'm going to use Nigeria. And because we're applying for an open work permit in Canada, that means you're going to be in Canada for this option. If you're applying from outside of Canada, check in the description area so that you can see how to go about that process. So in here, we're just going to choose Canada. Canada. Do you have a family member who is a Canadian citizen? If you have someone, you choose a yes. If no, say no. Here you are going to choose the date when you were born, your month and the day, and then you click on next. If you are a permanent resident of the United States of America, you are going to choose yes. If no, choose no and keep going. What is your current immigration status in in Canada. So based on someone applying within Canada, let's just assume that you're trying to like apply for an open work permit. So, and that means you're trying to like extend the one you have already or renew the one you previously had. So all you're going to do is you choose worker, next. So now, based on what I said in the PowerPoint presentation, does any of the following apply to you? I'm going to say no. I'll say no. Based on your own options, if it applies to you, you are going to choose yes. And are you a spouse, common law partner, or dependent child of someone who is a foreign? So for this one, I am going to choose no, and here choose yes, because I am applying as a spouse or common law partner or dependent child of someone who holds a study permit or a full-time student at a university. So this is how you're going to apply. One of these options is going to apply to you if you're applying within Canada. Then you choose next. Here you're going to say choose your marital status, single or married, and then you choose the province where you will be spending most of the time. So as you can see our result right here, it says you will need a temporary resident visa to return to Canada, and then you may be eligible to work in Canada with an open work permit. So we click on continue. Now we're going to create your personal checklist. So this is going to be your own personal checklist that is going to help you with the documents you're going to be submitting for this particular application process. So you hit on continue. Are you accompanying a family member who has status in Canada? Sometimes these questions might be confusing. If you click on this button, it's going to tell you what, if you do not understand, it's going to explain what you need to know. And also, if you do not understand what accompanying means, you can click on that button and it tells you accompanying you means that this person intends to come to Canada at the same time as you, and then you go on back. So if it's a yes for you, you say yes. If it's a no, you just say no. And next. When does your status in Canada expire? So basically this is as someone who is trying to renew their open work permit, the previous one they had before, or if you do not have an open work permit, you're just trying to like extend as in your stay. It's asking you when the work permit or the study permit you have, it's going to expire, or depending the type of permit you have. So let's say this is 2021. Here, let's say we're going to choose, this is April, we're going to choose May. Let's say it's expiring by June the 6th. So if you're a little bit confused, I'm going to leave in the description area how to extend or change the conditions of your work permit in Canada. I explained a little bit on how to figure this out if you're a little bit confused. And again, remember, you can always click on this button and it's going to tell you a non-citizen's position in a country, for example, permanent resident or visitor, if you're confused. So next. Have you had any medical exam performed by Ircc authorized panel physician within the last 12 months? If yes, you choose yes. If no, you choose no. Basically, this is just trying to get information from you, because if you haven't, that means they might need you to do a medical exam. That's the basics of some of these questions. So here I'm going to choose yes or no, depending on what applies for you. Do you want to submit an application for a family member? If you're helping someone apply, then you're going to choose yes. If you're doing it yourself, you say no. Are you giving someone access to your application? If you're using a representative, like I said previously, then you're going to say yes. But if you're doing it by yourself, you say no. In the past 10 years, have you given your fingerprint? So if you have, you say yes. If you haven't, you say no. Next. There are fees associated with this application. Will you be paying your fees? I'll say yes, I'll be paying my fees. And then, are you able to make a digital copy of your documents? I would say yes. Next. Will you be paying your application fees online? I would say yes. Next. Now, you have the option to review your questions. If you feel like the answers you provided doesn't really seem okay, you can change them. And if you want to start from the beginning, you can go down here and start again. So you go all the way down after reviewing your answers and click continue. Then it's going to tell you, walk you through on the steps. Use your account, save your application, upload your documents, pay your fees, and submit your documentation. So we click continue. So now it's telling you that based on the answers I provided, my own personal checklist is going to be application forms, application to change conditions, extend my stay or remain in Canada as a worker, and then I'm going to provide a passport, a digital photo, proof of upfront medical exam, and then application for a temporary resident visa made outside of Canada. This is an optional document. Sometimes it could be okay to just complete all of them and submit, right? But because it's an optional, you can still leave it, right? So once you've done all of this, if they need this, they're definitely going to let you know that you need to complete this particular one and submit. If you're unsure on how to fill out this particular form, I do have a video on how to apply for a visitor visa to Canada, which is this temporary resident visa. I'm also going to leave it in the description area. So once you get to this point, you are going to download this one and then fill it out. In the description area, I will leave a video on how to fill out this particular application, on how to change conditions, extend your stay, or remain in Canada as a worker, specifically for open work permit. If you're interested in that video, check in the description area for that video. Once you finish watching it, then you upload and submit all these other documents here. Over here, you are going to see where you're going to hit continue or next, and then you pay your fees and you submit your application. Thank you guys for watching.